They lock Blackroot after midnight. By then, the graveyard is already awake. I stepped through the iron gate at 12, the world narrowing to metal and breath. The moment my foot touched the soil, the air seemed to stop breathing altogether. Around me, headstones tilted as if they were listening for something only they could hear. After a few minutes, the ground began whispering names, hundreds, low and patient. They rose from beneath my soles, syllables braided into earth, circling like smoke. The graves did not open. They inhaled beneath me, slow and deliberate. With each breath, the soil sank, tugging at my shoes, testing my weight. It felt like names moving under my feet, letters shifting beneath the skin of the ground. Shadows tore themselves from the stones and stood upright, awkward, leaning toward me. They were hollow and human-shaped, outlines of absence wrapped in damp cloth. Where faces should have been, there were carved dates and one wet, blank line. An impossible bell tolled from somewhere beneath the earth, a distant, patient peal. The sound pushed against my chest like a hand, slow and intimate. Then the soil convulsed. Hands burst through the dirt, hungry and precise. Fingers closed around my ankles and wrists, rough with underground grit. I recognized the small familiar things, rings, a thin scar, the press of knuckles. Someone squeezed my hand the way you squeeze a memory, like they had been waiting. The headstones carved themselves again, letters rising wet and black on pale stone. They spelled instructions with the patience of old craftsmen: lie still, don't scream, make room. I spoke those words without thinking, as if they had already been translated in my throat. At 12:07, the silent scream inside me stopped, swallowed by something patient. The hands loosened, repositioned me as you smooth bedding, with a quiet insistence. Silence settled over the graveyard like a lid, heavy, final, and expectant. Dawn came slow, trading black for a thin wash of gray and pale rose. Near the gate, a new mound of earth sat, perfectly turned and still steaming. No headstone marked it. No name. Only today's date pressed shallow into mud. I reached out and felt the warmth, the heat of something very recently buried. They had followed their own instructions, then walked away, leaving the place tidy and precise. If you visit at dawn, you will find a fresh, warm grave by the gate. No name, just today.